It's been a while. All right, so we'll start at the beginning.
And today we got to learn more about the pilots fighting these fires by air. ABC 10 was at McClellan's air tanker base today. That's where CAL FIRE briefed pilots on the several fires burning across the state. These pilots play a pivotal role in getting flames under control quickly.
At the beginning of this year, I was hired by CAL FIRE to be an aerial firefighter. I was very fortunate for my last job. It opened up a lot of doors. I was able to get a lot of experience and time that allowed me to apply to CAL FIRE and have a shot flying for them. This season, being an aerial firefighter, being at a base all season long, I learned so much about fire, firefighting, and just the whole CAL FIRE organization as a whole. I cannot say enough good things about CAL FIRE, both on the flying side with the pilots and the maintenance and the organization, all the way to the firefighting side in CAL FIRE as an organization. I absolutely love it. The entire year, I loved every minute of it. I loved being on base, I loved hanging out with the firefighters, I loved the flying. I can't say enough good things about it. But I'll dive more into CAL FIRE and work later. Back to personal flying.
Somewhere down in Fullerton, that's a place we used to go to get away from it all. Somewhere down in Fullerton, that's a place we used to go to get away from it all. But I'm still trying to figure out why it feels so wrong when it felt so right 4 years ago. So please don't go away. I want this feeling stay with me forever. Forever I say please don't go away. I just want you to stay with me forever. Someone down in Fullerton, that's a place that meant so much to everybody like me. Someone down in Fullerton, that's a place that meant the world to everybody like me. But I'm still trying to figure out why it feels so wrong when it felt so right 4 years ago. So please don't go away. I want this feeling stay with me forever. Forever I say please don't go away. I just want you to stay with me forever.
So if you don't know, most of the flying I do is a lot of aerobatic flying and competition flying. While I had big hopes for this year, I was only able to compete in 2 contests. I flew the contest in Borrego and took second. I lost to Brooks. You know Brooks.
If you see me get out again, I'm out of here.
Got it. And then the second contest up in the high desert, I ended up placing first, but the last flight was cut out, so it didn't quite feel like a win. I was very fortunate to be asked by the U.S. advanced team to fly on the team in the Worlds over in Hungary. Unfortunately, I had to decline the offer. Being it was my first year working and flying for CAL FIRE, I couldn't quite ask for 2 weeks off to go out there and compete in the middle of the fire season. I was very fortunate to meet a couple pilots out in Germany who were nice enough to offer up their plane to me. It was great because they came into town and one of them was able to go up and fly our edge, and it was just awesome making that connection, so good things came of it, but unfortunately I wasn't able to fly in Worlds. Then when Nationals came around, I was hoping to try and fly Nationals. I grossly underestimated the commitment required at CAL FIRE for the season, and it just didn't quite feel right my first year taking that time off to go and fly Nationals. So I kind of had to put all the competition flying on the back burner. That being said, it did allow for us to address and fix a lot of things that we had to do on the airplane in the off season, just to make sure that moving forward we would be good. Since I've been back, I've flown every single day. I haven't really filmed, but I want to start filming again. The problem is most of my flying is the same, and trying to make it exciting is tough. Now, I love putting cameras on the airplane and I love getting different angles and flying, but I also use that footage to go back and review everything that I've done to try and find little imperfections, correct them, mess with timing. So that's usually why I have cameras on the airplane, but it's not always something that I think would translate well into a video. And finally, we got to talk about the flight school.
Hammond traffic. Cessna 59 uniform to runway 23 left close traffic, Hammond. So my first job in aviation was instructing. I instructed at a Part 61 school in Southern California, and I was there until I hit 1,500 hours and went off to the regional airlines. But while I was there, I grew to love instructing. So even after I went to the regionals or flew my corporate job or where I am now, I always wanted to instruct. So a couple years ago, I got a Cessna 172 that I bought off a friend. I started instructing locally in it, and that was kind of how the flight school got started. So since that, this year, I've expanded the flight school. I added a J3 to the flight school to do tailwheel endorsements, and then ultimately this year, I ended up buying this Cessna 150. It was in a museum up in Santa Paula, California, and I was able to buy it, trailer it home, overhaul the engine, and get this thing running. So this has been the newest addition to the flight school. I have a couple students that are working their way towards becoming instructors, and hopefully when they become instructors, they'll start working for me. Hammond traffic, Cessna 59 uniform, turning, final runway 23, Hammond. And then I'm just going to keep that cycle going. I like having students that work their way all the way through and end up instructing for me, and that's kind of the direction that I've taken the school, and I hope to continue to grow it this off-season.
Charlie, 7 miles to the east.
All right, let's see if we can do this.
Inbound landing, Hammond.
I love that 150. So that's kind of where we're at. The new job, first fire season's over, getting back to practicing and growing the flight school. That's it. Feels good. Feels good to be back. All right. I'll see you soon.
Today I changed too late 'cause everyone